Yo, what's up guys? Yeah, PokeaimMD here with the Pokemon Spotlight. This time we're going to be featuring Ho-Oh. Now, Ho-Oh is one of the best Ubers, in my opinion, on both the defensive and offensive side. It actually fits really well on balanced teams. It has such great stats, 106 HP, a 130 attack, 110 special attack, which doesn't really matter much for Ho-Oh, but 150 force with def, which is really big. Being fire and flying, has some great resistances and immunities, and immunity to ground, which is pretty big in a Pokemon or in a tier run by Primal Groudon, as well as a resistance to fire. Again, Primal Groudons are really big. Resistance to fire, fairy, and steel. And good speed def allows it to take on Pokemon like Xerneas and Yveltal. Has reliable recovery in Recover, has access to Defog, has a move in Sacred Fire with a 50% chance to burn, and Flying Stab is just really solid in Ubers in general, as well as a great ability in Regenerator, so it can come back in and get health. Honestly, its biggest weakness is the fact that you're pretty much forced to run a Defogger when you have it on your team, just because it takes 50% when, hopefully the music isn't too loud, but just because it takes 50% when rocks are on the field, and obviously you don't want to die upon switching. So and the fact that it's really just forced, and honestly that's just the main drawback. Like, besides that, I think if we didn't have Stealth Rock, honestly Ho would be the perfect Pokemon for the Ubers tier. But yeah, being 4 times weak to rock, both on Stealth Rock and offensive, is pretty bad for Ho. But outside of that, really solid. We have some really cool or some pretty cool Ho-Oh sets today. I have a Banded, a Scarf. Actually, I might not have picked a Scarf one. I know I have Banded. I know I have Life Orb. I have Curse. I have Normalium Z Celebrate. Like, it has so many things going for it. The first one we're actually using is Team by Softy with Z Celebrate Ho-Oh. And it's Celebrate, which is Omni boosting. It has to be shiny. My bad. Okay, I'm sorry about that. You could have done that for me, but whatever. So the one bad thing about this is the fact that you have to run pressure with this set, if I'm not mistaken. So you can't run Regenerator, so it's pretty much just meant to set up and go. But we have Dual Screens Coco, Svidef Necrozma, Bulka Marshadow, Rock Polish Groudon, and Defog Arceus Ground, so we don't lose to opposing Groudon. So that's like the thought process behind this type of team. If you guys missed my previous video, I talked about, if I'm not mistaken, the previous video was where I talked about Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. So if you guys want to know my thoughts on that, that's just the way to go. And shout out to Glitch City, of course, for the music in the background. Again, if it's too loud, hopefully it's not. I'll fix it for the next time, but I'm trying to experiment with volume. Like, I know on my streams, this type of volume is completely fine because you still hear me, and half the time I'm screaming. I'm actually not screaming half the time, but Yveltal, Ho-Oh, Marshadow, Kyurem, which is very threatening, probably Specs. I'm actually going to lead top of Coco because it matches up well versus the 2 Flyers, and this because I can click Light Screen. Ho-Oh is really solid in this if I can get rid of whatever support Arceus type this is, assuming it is support Arceus. So, we're going to lead Coco. I have Arceus Ground as a switch into Groudon if he leads that, but I don't want to lead Arceus Ground because if it's Specs Kyurem White, it becomes a problem. Rocker is either Arceus or the Groudon. If he leads Arceus, then it's Arceus Fairy, which I'm kind of leaning towards, considering no Fairy resist on his team besides Ho-Oh, which, you want the support from Stealth Rock, or getting rid of Stealth Rock for that. I'm going to assume it's just Stealth Rock getting Arceus, and then it's Dual Dance Groudon, or just Rock Polish, or a Rock Polish, or Eruption, or Fire Blast, which is still a giant threat no matter where you put it. So, Shandell taking a little while to pick his move here, though. Hurry up, fam. We gotta. I think he might just be analyzing team preview. As far as how I win, Rock Polish Groudon is incredible in this. If I can get rid of Ho-Oh, which the team doesn't deal with too well as it is, honestly. Like, I have the equivalent of Banded Brave Bird when I go for the Z move. My gosh, this Magikarp thing scared the hell out of me. I'm actually gonna lower it just a little bit. It actually scared the hell out of me. Holy crap. Alright, so we're starting. Good. Leads with Groudon. If he gets up rocks, it's fine. I'll defog them away. I'm actually going to get up a Reflect first. If he goes for Eruption, it's scary because, like, I don't want to go hard into my Arceus Ground on an Eruption. So I'm going to actually get up my Reflect first, just in case he expects Taunt. In order for Ho-Oh to do work, I do need rocks up myself, again, for pressuring his own Ho-Oh and weakening Kyurem to +1 range of Sacred Fire. Groudon needs a little bit of chip damage too. But Reflect is for sure my play. Even if he's an Eruption variant, as he gets up rocks, it's completely fine. I'll be able to not only get on my Reflect, but also my Light Screen. And if he wants to defog, great. Gets rid of his own rocks. And if I defog, I don't get rid of it myself. So, beautiful. Coco eats the hit. I can go Arceus ground now. Get it in on this thing. If it's Earthquake plus Stealth Rock, I'm assuming Fire Punch and then maybe Roar. It would be really annoying if he roared me on the Ho right now, to be honest. Toxic is cool too. We'll just defog. It doesn't defog away my own screens, which is really nice. It just gets rid of his. So I don't mind that, and I can get up my rocks as well. Stealth Rock, Earthquake. I doubt his last move is Roar. Actually, it could be. It could be. But you shouldn't stay in. Smart on him to click Toxic right there. I could have taunted him turn 1, but that was a prediction. Like, I was tempted to lose. I was ready to lose my Coco turn 1 as well. Like, if he clicked Eruption, I clicked Reflect just in case he clicked Brushes Blades, because after that I would have taunted if he didn't get up rocks. Go out to Ho. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, man. Why is it looking like Necrozma Duskmane is my best answer? It actually is my best answer. I need it in this game, but with the Reflect and the fact that I have Prism Armor, Ho is not going to be doing that much to me, and I need to get up my rocks as well as try and Toxic this guy. Like, it's going to be such a big issue for me to deal with. It really is. This mon is tough for me to switch into, which I'm good because like that shows you like Ho is a pain to switch into usually, but like Rock Polish, Fire Blast, Earth Power is going to massacre this guy. Goes for Z, Supersonic Sky Strike, which I am able to take. So now we know he's Z-Ho, which is awesome. I'm actually going to throw off a Toxic immediately as nothing on his team wants to take it unless it's Arceus Steel. If he goes Groudon, that's fine too. I get in my my own mon. The fact that he's Z-Ho leads me to believe that he's an offensive variant. So, which is good and bad. Good because it means my +1 Brave Bird is going to do a ton. And I'd rather Toxic as opposed to getting up my Stealth Rock first, because if I wear down Groudon, that makes it easier for my own Ho to put in that work. But yeah, the fact that he's not defensive, he might just time out. I'm also going to eat this Sacred Fire up. I'm surprised he went Arceus Fairy of all mons, especially to give me a Toxic on it. What does that mean? Your Will-O-Wisp? You naturally cannot touch Ho-Oh. So, and I'll double back scouting for Toxic, but we get a Toxic off on Arceus Fairy, which is amazing. If it's Calm Mind Judgment, I mean, this thing beats it anyway. I'm assuming your Will-O-Wisp is the only thing you could do. Yep. So it goes for Willow right there. And what I am going to do is just throw off an Earthquake. If it's defensive, if else also be it, but I'd rather Earthquake, potentially catching the Groudon as he opts to go Ho-Oh. At this point, I kind of want to celebrate early and see if I can break through him. At the same time, I'll just go out to Coco. I'm thinking Coco might... Nah, I don't think he'll take a Brave Bird. Doubles out to a Veltal though, which is fine. Yeah, because I naturally resist everything, and I'm going to go for Reflect here. That boy's about to time out. I'm going to go for Reflect first, because I resist the attack he can go for, and now I can get up my Light Screen, and the hazards are back up as he goes up to Arceus. I'm assuming that is a defog variant, but no, you will go ahead and get taunted, and then I can Roost as well, allowing me to do this later, or later on. So I not only get my Coco back out to about like 70%, I'll probably be up close to 40-50% after he Judgments, if he does opt to Judgment. But I'm in range to take the next Earthquake, or I can take the next Earthquake, yep. I can taunt. Arceus Fairy is weakened, and it's set up fodder for my Ho, which is amazing, because Sacred Fire plus Toxic is going to be really nice, and I want to get up my rocks. I don't mind him Earthquaking and going for a Fire move, but like I said, I'm going to use my Necrozma in a specific way in this game. I want to pressure him with rocks. I want to Toxic him if possible. Like, I'll take the attack he wants to go for as he goes Cure and White, which will do nothing to me. So, get up our young rocks right here. Pressuring Ho-Oh and also pressuring that Groudon. If he goes back on the Groudon, I'll definitely Toxic him. And then defog and proceed to rinse, repeat, get up my hazards one more time. Again, this is the long game I'm playing right now to weaken his team for Ho-Oh setup. Yep, and we landed Toxic. Awesome. So whenever this Groudon comes in, I'm going to do massive damage to it. We can bring out my my Arceus and Proceed to defog, honestly. I don't want his rocks up, but I want it to hurt him with that. As he goes for overheat. Great. So Groudon is now weakened. I can get in my Coco. I'm going to click Taunt. I don't care if he Earthquakes. I'm going to click Taunt here because I do not want him setting up Stealth Rock again if I can help it. As he goes for Earthquake. That's fine too. We know his entire set. And at this point, we're going to set up Ho-Oh. It's not really primed to win just yet. But this is probably the best opportunity for me to do it. Groudon's so weakened. And my Marshadow is looking pretty nice too. But at that point, it was worth it because we have Groudon in range. Groudon can't do anything to me. I can knock it out with Earthquake. I'll be able to Brave Bird the Ho-Oh as well. And the... I actually don't think Arceus Fairy is in range of my attack. But if he goes hard Arceus Fairy now, it might be. Well, the fact that it's poisoned is really nice. I wish this thing kind of had Recover. Recover might actually help me if I was just dual stab Recover. I don't think he could actually beat it. Not sure why he stayed in with his Groudon right there. Just to click overeat? Well, yeah. That man, look at his reaction. And we'll just Earthquake right here. Don't gotta bother missing. I want to go for Sacred Fire, that way I could bluff, or if you want to go with Veltal. But we get rid of Groudon. Awesome, no rocks. I have my boosted Ho-Oh. Unfortunately, I just revealed that I probably don't have Roost. Are you Sash? You have to be, right? That doesn't matter. I'm gonna burn you anyway. Are you kidding me, though? The fact that they did 99 itself, just raw 99. Also, the fact that this Monesis hit is ridiculous. That did 99, which is annoying. That legitimately did 99. If he has a Z move, it's gonna knock me out. But he already went for a Z move, so I doubt. I mean, he can't click one, so I'm assuming it was Sash, right? Click Fire Blast right here. I'm clicking Fire Blast because it hits a Veltal, which I would love to hit if he goes out to that. Just clicks Close Combat, so this could be bad if I miss this. Thankfully, we land. We get rid of Marshadow. Really, really, really weak to that Veltal. And also kind of weak to Kieran White because he's just going to get out and click Earth Power. But I don't know if that was actually Sash. Like I said, it could have been. It could have been Sash. This team's so weak to Xerneas. And I say that because he doesn't have a way of bringing it out. So, were you defensive, Sucker Punch, or just Life Orb? I'm gonna get my rocks first. He crits me. I don't think that matters though in the long run. But if I want to try and win, I need to get up rocks to try and pressure the Ho-Oh and attempt to do something with Marshadow. Like, I gotta get big with my Marshadow right here. And I unfortunately do not have the, I'm unfortunately Life Orb right here, so I don't think I can win at that point anyway. Good game. So, I don't know if it was Sash Marshadow. I'm assuming it was because he went hard into it. But unfortunately, we did not win that game. That's alright though. Like, I wanted to show off that. Like, that's a big example of how, first off, with this thing with Roos would have just massacred. Like, just straight up massacred him. But I don't know how it would have been in... Whatever, no, I don't want to do it. I'll look at the replay later. That's just the big thing about Normality MZ. Like, if this thing had a Roost, it would be a lot easier because I could play it a specific way. And the team was itself, like, switching into Ho-Oh didn't really exist. As you see, my Necrozma Dust main on the screens is my Ho-Oh answer because my Coco didn't have attack. But this is a really, really cool one. We have a Curse. I have a Curse Ho-Oh. Bumbleboy had Clarence. It did get cursed when, with the GSC, Pokebank, whatever it's called. So this one's really cool. The fact that it has Recover, so I can use it as a late game sweeper. I can trade Toxics because the Xerneas has Aromatherapy, so it can actually be a Cleric. I also have Rest Talk Zygarde, which I'm not a big fan of actually. Like, it's called Dad. It's Father. It's not Dad. It's Father. Call that boy Papa. But yeah, the best Ho-Oh set arguably is the defensive set, which we have right here. This is the best Ho-Oh set because it's so hard for teams to take down. in general. It beats most support Arceus, if not all of them, which is toxic and wearing them down. And the one that this thing has over, I think Curse is really cool too, because being able to Curse up, you're obviously being able to take foul plays better because you're boosting your defense and attack. And at the same time, also, eventually you can take them Stone Edges and Rock Tombs too, though I wouldn't recommend it. But we have Splash Plate, Arceus Water, obviously. We have Groudon with SD Rock Tomb, so this is used to wear down Awaken. This is used, I was about to say, what was that Pokemon? This is used to wear down and support Arceus and whatnot. So let's see what we can do. So I see Tapu Lele plus Mewtwo, so I'm assuming it's Mega Mewtwo Y, plus maybe Scarf Lele or Terrain Extender and whatnot. I love Arceus Water in this game. Toxics, Judgments, Toxics. Yeah, it's a great lead. Beats a lot. If I want Ho to win, I got to get rid of the Groudon and the whatever Arceus that is. If it's Toxic Arceus, that is. Could be... Yveltal's still pain, so I'm assuming Arceus Fairy. Don't mind a free Toxic turn 1. Assuming Nature's Madness and stuff like that back. Grass Knot, which does a good chunk. Okay. I see you doing a little bit of damage right there. I'm going to recover it all off. As he taunts me, and I can easily just go out to Ho and use its Regenerator to my advantage. Unfortunately, crits me. What if he's Z? I'm not staying in. I can get my regen anyway by switching out, and I don't want to risk another crit. Goes out to Groudon, though. I don't mind my my Arceus right here getting poisoned. Especially because I'll be able to defog. So I'm actually going to go for Toxic first as opposed to defogging immediately. Especially because Psychic Terrain is up. So if he wants to go Mewtwo, I want to pressure that thing. I want to wear down the Groudon as well for my Cursemon. As he goes Necrozma, Dust Main. Defog first as he gets up in SD. Now this is a little bit threatening, right? Because, or a little bit scary because I don't switch in too well to this mon. But it is Ultra Necrozma, so that's thankfully checked. This Photon Geyser is going to send me flying. But I'm okay with that. Sucks in the sense that I don't deal with that mon as well. But at the same time, I can easily go Xerneas. I know he's gonna go Groudon, but I'm gonna have to play. I don't know like his skill level, so I don't want to double. He shouldn't throw. Yeah, like that's like why like you could easily go Groudon there. Why risk Scarf Xerneas? But giving me Ultra Necrozma, cool. I couldn't switch in on that mon at all. Period. Now we're going to have to deal with rocks being up. Unless I have defog on Xerneas as well. Which I do. Perfect. Thank you, Hiker Clarence. I love your builds. Primal Groudon comes out. This is going to give me Father. And I'm going to start clicking 1,000 arrows right now. Arceus Fairy. Tapu Lele. I'm surprised this Tapu Lele doesn't have Nature's Madness. I really am. I mean, easiest Magearna of my life. And I just click Flare Cannon. I don't mind you taunting as well, because now Lele can't even come in on a double, because it will die to poison. So we Flare Cannon right now as he goes Primal Groudon. Gives me a nice little hit. I honestly want to Volt Switch, because I'm pretty positive that Mewtwo's coming out, but at the same time, he could easily Earthquake too. And that play with no Ultra Necrozma too, like, yeah. Roar. Can you not? Can you not? Oh, actually, that's a perfect Pokemon Roaring because it resists rocks, but... I'm a Dragon Tail myself. No. 1,000 arrows is still play. Dragon Tail was to hit, obviously, the Giratina if you want to bring that thing out, but... I'm not sure how he plans on dealing with this, and I don't want him being toxic, so... I'm going to switch out to Magearna. He has one more turn of Psychic Terrain after this turn, as he hexes. That's another Flare Cannon. And like I said, I don't mind any damage on Groudon because it's making it so my Curse Ho can do something. Which is looking like how I'm going to have to win. He's going to double out to Lele, right? And yep. But like, it's not like I lost anything by making this play. Besides the fact that this Mewtwo is about to tear me a new one. Switching to Groudon. I still don't know his Arceus type. I can't let him Calm Mind. Yeah, I couldn't let him Calm Mind, so I had to stay in and go Dragon Tail. Thankfully, I connected, and not only does this work out for me because he gives me Father form, and I bring in Groudon, so it's a new attack for me as well. So, but we get the damage we need on that thing for Rocks plus Moonblast. So I'm gonna keep Dragon Tailing because I'm not gonna let Giratina come in for free. Ooh, enjoy that. As Mewtwo comes out. Now this monster is about to scare the hell out of me. Ice Beam, I'm assuming? Yeah. I didn't think he'd Ice Beam the first time because Side Strike hit everything. Oh, come on, dude. Are you kidding me? Follow me right now. Game. I need to be thawed. This is gonna hurt, man. The great thing is Psychic Terrain is gonna end in a sec, but I'll Rock Tomb first on the Giratina, try and get a little bit of damage off on it. Then we'll get a Brox because we can pressure him to at least defog them for me, even though I have a Ho-Oh. Because I can defog myself, but I can bring a Xerneas here. You could Toxic, but I think you just Hex. Or Defogs. Completely fine. Give me more damage on your Groudon, or give me Giratina. Perfect. I still have Xerneas around, and again, we're still setting up for the Groudon sweep, and I'm gonna get my Rocks again because I have to pressure. I don't mind him getting up his Rocks, though. Honestly, he shouldn't stay in. Arceus Dark. Ew. Are you Calm Mind Arceus Dark? That's why I have to go for the. That's why I have to go for the Rock Tomb right there. And I can SD. If he wants to recover, he can go for Judgment himself. But that gives me my Xerneas to click Moonblast, which will hurt. That's an easy 2-hit KO. Yeah. If I want my Ho to win. Doesn't matter because Groudon goes down and Xerneas, I guess my Xerneas is going to win me this game. I mean, that's why I got up Rocks as well, to put Mewtwo in range and whatnot. I'll go Ho now and just click Flying him. I'm assuming he presses Blades, yeah. So unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to use my Curse Ho in this game. And it looks like in general, I'm not going to be able to use it because of his set. Now, right here, I'm thinking about, if I go for Dragon Tail, I'm pretty sure I win the game with Moonblast regardless. If Dragon Tail connects, I'm pretty sure that does enough to Groudon to put him in range of Moonblast. Yeah. Like, I'm positive. That sucks though, man. I didn't get to use Ho at all in there. And it also deals if he wants to go out to Mewtwo, so I have to make this play. Land. Thank you. Perfect. So now I can just click 1,000 Arrows safely. As not only Mewtwo will die, but so will Groudon. Man. Groudon doesn't die. It's weird. Is it over? Do you not have Calm Mind? I guess he wouldn't be Recover on a Mewtwo. He'd probably be Taunt 3 attacks. Good game. Yeah, I mean, I acknowledge that my Xerneas won. That's why I saved it. But I'm still mad I didn't get to use Curse Ho in this. Ah. Because the thing is, I have 2 Defoggers on this team, right? The role of the Defogger, the role of Arceus Water Defog is a lot easier than Scarf Xerneas because I'm using Scarf Xerneas half the time to revenge kill things. I think, as I'm bringing it in to deal with Mega Mewtwo, I'm bringing it in to deal with Giratina, so we honestly have not been able to use Ho at all. I tried to click my Z move. I'm going to try and use this Curse Ho team one more time in this game. Actually, we'll go back to this team. I'll use Katie's team. I think Katie's is Bandit if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so I'm just going to click buttons with this Mon right now. Yep. I'm sending it out. I'm leading off with it. And I'm clicking attack. You cannot stop me. Big Ground, Spadef Roar, Life Orb, Scarf. Just some bulky offense right here. Bump, bump. I love Team Skull remixes. Honestly, love Team Skull's music a lot. Playing through Sun and Moon, really fun. Everybody been seeing that beef between Drake and Pusha T? Oh god. Anyway, where's the games at? We're 1 loss and 1 L, which I don't mind. Guys, I get married on Saturday, and it's Wednesday. So close. It's supposed to storm, which completely sucks, man. Like, storming is kind of taken away from the fact that where we are, but hopefully, Hopefully that's not actually the case. I would very much like no rain. All right, so choice band Ho, just clicking Brave Bird is really nice. You can put the timer on me, I don't mind. Arceus Water is a beautiful lead. Like a Toxic Groudon. He leads Kyogre, which is really nice too because this automatically gives me. I don't want him to Earthquake. I'm a Toxic. I'll take a Thunder anyway. Don't paralyze me. Actually, this might have been a bad trade because yeah, that turn in. Are you kidding me, man? Like that actual turn right there. That's the only. And I chose to Toxic him because I'm trying to win with Xerneas as well. Xerneas is really nice in this because HP ground and whatnot. Here's Earthquake. I Lava Plume to catch Groudon. Excuse me, to catch I Lava Plume to catch the Giratina, switching. And we'll double out now into my Yveltal because I should put you in range of Foul Play anyway. Ice Beam at worst is what you'll go for. And my Groudon's still out of range of +2 Moonblast, which is really nice. This boy hates Foul Play, so give me that Mon. Alright, so Xerneas comes out. Ho is literally the answer I have to make. And Brave Bird because it 2 KOs everything outside of a defensive Yveltal. Which that was not. So Bandit Ho picking up its KO on Yveltal. Great. Only one Dark Resist left. As Groudon comes out, and yeah, I'm not liking my my Xerneas weakness. This is a 2 KO, so I will gladly take that. As he misses Fire Blast, so that's an easy 2 KO on me. You parried my Arceus is parried, dude. Like, does that not matter? That's a huge difference. Like what? Because like he should know how big of a deal that is. Xerneas probably coming out. I'm going to attempt to Toxic this thing. If he wants to Geomancy, I have to get the Toxic to wear him off. Assuming I live a Moonblast, of course. He should actually go hard Necrozma. I'm thinking it's Rocks, though, based on the way it's being played. I don't live the Moonblast, which is terrible. Ah, this is going to be tough. This is a tough one. I mean, I'm glad that Ho put in a lot of work. Like, it already killed or KO'd the Yveltal and whatnot. I need Groudon healthy. My Yveltal puts in a lot of work, too. Nah, Xerneas is the play. So he goes for Dragon Tail. And what I'm going to do is actually Geomancy right here. Because I need to weaken his own Necrozma. I need to weaken it for my Marshadow to do anything. Plus, if he's defensive, which that looks like, there's a chance he wasn't KOing me right there. If I go Marshadow, do I lose? No. If he's Ultra Necrozma, I think I lose, though. I couldn't go Yveltal because I let Xerneas in, and Xerneas beat me down, too. Ah, man. Well, Oblivion Wing is fine here, but it's not like I don't think I can win from there. Doesn't matter if he Dragon Tails or Will-O-Wisp or whatever. He can literally spam it too. Yeah, this is Nell. I can't get him from his other dimension too. Because this will knock out Giratina, but then I'm going to lose to Xerneas either way. Because he just clicks Moonblast into Geomancy and wins. Or just Moonblast twice and wins. And if I roar him, he just goes out to that. Like, I can roar right now. I'll attempt to knock him out here. And he can just Sunsteel Strike. Yeah, it's so safe for him, because then he just wins the game with Moonblast spam. I go Yveltal on U-turn, but good game. The Xerneas counterplay on this team was really weak, though. Maybe this was Sash, but even then, yeah, the Xerneas counterplay was really weak on this squad. No, Katie, though, don't get me wrong. I love Bandit Ho, but I had one Xerneas answer and I had to take damage. If I didn't Geomancy early, I was never breaking through his Mon. Yeah, he would never give me a hit off on that. Man. I mean, I'm showing you Ho is great. But I want to get some doves, too. I want to get some wins. Ah. My mother-in-law just called me, too. I'll call her back in a bit. But yeah, okay, so Bandit Ho, as you guys saw, it took some lives. Bandit Ho took some lives, and yeah, it's not bad at all. It's by no means bad, because it's not. It's Bandit Ho. It literally claims a kill. There's no switches to Bandit Ho. Besides, like, Zygarde. This one. Not even this set. This one gets blown away. But this one we have Defensive Ho with Toxic. We have Stealth Rocks, but Def Groudon. So, like this team is a lot stronger versus Xerneas because I have Ultra Necrozma, or Necrozma Dust Man, excuse me. I have Gengar, Groudon, Defensive Ho-Oh. Like, everything pressures it. I think this thing is toxic. I like his name. Glare, ground name is really solid. Arceus Fairy guards against Salamence and Yveltal. Guards, am I jam that? It helps me check Salamence and Yveltal. Earth Power, good chip on this Mon too. And chip on you. I like Zygarde. He should lead Yveltal, but in case he leads this Groudon, yeah. Just a free Galare. Turn 1. Which is important. That's hella important. That could be... Because it was so easy to switch into it, I'm assuming it's Refresh. He gets paralyzed, unfortunately. Our Earth Power right here. Because it hits Necrozma as well as Groudon. This could be Spadef if he brought it directly in. That is some good damage. That is not Spadef, my friend. As far as switching into this thing goes, its whole defensive hole, I don't want him to be Rock Blast. Can I do anything about that? Not really. Again, I'm assuming this is Refresh. And once again, we'll click Earth Power here. He gets full Paralyze, which I would be really mad if I was him, but Earth Power is my play. Because he doesn't like switching into this Mon, period. And the fact that I'm able to get rid of Necrozma Dust Man is so nice. Because SD Necrozma is always a problem, no matter what set it is. Now, this monster comes out. If I get Toxic, it's a little bit worse for me. But you know what? I would gladly take Earth Power damage. That's Spadef. I don't. I also don't care. We'll get in my Zygarde right now, and I'll just start Dragon Dancing and put in some work. I'm assuming he's going to go Salamence, and again, just try and go for that. He's going to attempt to go for his Refresh. I want a Z so badly, but I want to save it. So I'm going to get greedy on him and Dragon Dance up again as he goes for Roost. And I'll hit that boy with a Tectonic Rage because he's grounded. But I love PokeaimMD videos. How many times did I pair you on Refresh already? 3. I appreciate that he loves my videos though. That's sick. And now I am father form. And my Ho beats... my Ho beats everything, and... yeah. Yeah. Ho beats everything, and this Zygarde doesn't beat everything in itself. But Ho just Toxics, Arceus, it Sacred Fires Magearna, and it Toxics Groudon, and it's over. And he goes Arceus Ground too, so I will for sure glare you. That is the play. I talked about Toxicing it, but oh my god. This dude cannot get an attack off to save his life. I'm so sorry, bro. I'm not sorry. I'm Toxicing you to make my Hex stronger. And also to potentially beat this 1v1 with my my Groudon and whatnot, and my starting to get sad from. I'm sorry, dude. Why didn't you go directly out into this? Just go Mega Gengar, Mega Evolve, and click Hex. We have Arceus Ground weakened the entire time. I really am. I really am, like, sorry. But, like, I click Glare, not so I can get full parrot on him, but because that gives me the most chance of Zygarde doing work. But at this point, it's kind of over. Like, I glared right there, too, specifically, because I need to make my Hex stronger. I could have used Toxic as well, but if it was a physical set with, like, sub-SD, that actually would have been a huge problem. Like, sub-SD, Stone Edge, Tectonic Rage. That would have kind of 6-0'd, so I had to glare there. We just go Groudon, even if he doubles out into Arceus Ground, it doesn't make a difference at that point. Because I have Overheat. Presses his Blades, knock on Magearna. If he goes Arceus Ground, I click Overheat. That will blow that thing away. That crit did not matter at all. And we lose to Groudon if it was set up, but I kind of doubt it's set up. Because it was Stealth Rock Toxic and he has Earthquake as well. My bad, man. I can't even say good yes. I can't even say. Can't even say good game, dude. That was not a good game. How many times have Ho actually done anything in this live? It's so good too, man. I don't understand why it's so good, but I'm not able to use it because I'm hacking people or like it is doing its job and then dying. But I love it in this game. Is this the same team that we fought last time? I swear we fought this team already. Hey man, have fun. I had somebody say, "Sup, Joey? I hate you." This is another Choice Band one. Oh, I thought it was a defensive. Alright, Choice Band's fun too. This Kyogre showcase. Uh-oh. I love Arceus Rock in this game. Fortunately, he has Arceus Ground. So literally not the matchup for me. And I'm not Toxic. Crap. If this is Rock's Arceus Ground, then it's set up everything. But Giratina is the number one switching that I have right here. And we'll Will-O-Wisp as he stays into Judgment. Now, this is bad and good. Bad because if he's Calm Mind, it's okay because I can deal with it. I went Scissor to U-turn, but I just thought about the fact that he could go Ho. But the great thing is I have an Arceus Rock, which checks Ho and a Veltal indefinitely. That boy crit me. Never mind, I don't have Recover on this thing. So I can get a Brock to at least pressure that as Marshallow's going to come out. I do have a Xerneas. Am I Scarf Xerneas on this team? I'm Spec Xerneas. My god. I don't know what my switching is to this thing. I can pivot in with Ho. Like that, that's Life Orb too. Damn. I don't switch in too well to this mon. What does Scissor do? Honestly, Scissor doesn't do much in this game. I can get my regen and click Brave Bird with that mon. So Ho is definitely the one to keep. Let me just Mega Evolve and Roost. I'm actually going to take this. I didn't expect to be able to take that. Yep. So assuming he is going to just defog right here, which is what he can do. I don't think Will-O-Wisp is ran. If he's defog, he's just recovered to attacks. But goes for Judgment, which I'm okay with because I'm still out of range of this attack. And we're going to bring out... this is Flash Cannon. We're going to bring out our Xerneas and just click Specs Moonblast. And that's going to claim me a kill if he stays in. And if he defogs, which I'm completely fine with, give me this Arceus Ground. That mon is a huge problem. I still am I struggle very much with a lot of his build though. Because my Arceus doesn't have Recover. If it had Recover, it would make it a lot easier. This is the wrong team. I'm going route to Ho. I'm Choice Band and I'm 1 point faster. Feint's build is cool though. I like it. You Ultra? Yep. So this could be the beginning of the end, my friends. Because I'm pretty sure I can't beat this Mon. Like, period. I'm gonna go Kyogre and force him to use his Z. Arceus Rock is still useful because it beats these two, so I can't sack that. Scizor... Man, Giratina... It's literally Giratina. Because Giratina doesn't beat anything on his team. So use your Z, please. Thank you. If he has Sunsteel Strike, Xerneas dies as well. I need Scarfer on this squad. He doesn't have to have Sunsteel Strike. Oh, he does. I don't think Kyogre even lives the Photon Geyser. I'm going to be 100% honest. It's +2 from Ultra Necrozma. And I'm offensive Kyogre. Yeah. And my Scizor was not... I'm not defensive, so I think +2 Earth. If I took the Earthquake damage, I was losing to Marshadow anyway. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I could not... Good game. The second that thing set up, I lost. Literally the second that thing set up, I lost. Ah! I'm gonna try one more time with this team. One more. Then we're ending it. But yeah, I don't know what I could have done differently there. I had no priority to knock him out. Like, Bullet Punch wouldn't do crap. And the second, if I was Scarf Xerneas, a little bit easier. Yeah, but it's tough. I really like his team. So many cool Pokemon you never see. Like, literally, it's literally Pokemon you never see, and then 2 you always see. Alright, so we lead Ho, and it could be Rock Slide. I'm not gonna call it the end of life. I'm assuming it's just Hazards, Scolipede. So what I'll do is I'll go for Sacred Fire and then burn him. My Ho is gonna be pretty key in this game. Have fun, dude. I'm so weak to Zygarde though. I have Draco though. Okay, I'm not as weak as I thought. Sash lead, I'm assuming. Arceus Fairy comes out. That's cool. You're going to take some massive damage and be burnt. So we get the Bandit Ho. I'm assuming it's Toxic. If he wants to double, that makes no sense because now he can't come in anymore on me. So we go Scizor and U-turn unless he's a fire move. Please don't be. Oh, you very well could be. Is he actually fire move or Will-O-Wisp? He's Stealth Rock. Okay, I'm about to say, like, what? Fire move makes no sense. I'm gonna get on my rocks with my Arceus. Even though I'm really pressured to defog in this game, I need rocks up for the Lunala to break its Shadow Shield. What I can do is just Stone Edge and then Extreme Speed the Scolipede. So he can't Endeavor anything or Toxic or do whatever he wants. As he goes Arceus Fairy. I'm assuming he expected my Giratina to come out right there. He expected my Giratina to come out right there, expecting the defog. But it was always in my best interest to click my Constant Crush right there, especially because of how weakened Arceus Fairy is. Here's the beginning of the end. Gonium. Ah. Man, just keep getting blown away in these matchups. Is that Spadef? That might have Spadef Solgaleo. Aren't you that flamethrower crap? He's like sub-toxic flamethrower, weren't you? He was like sub-toxic flamethrower. Yeah, I played this guy before. Okay, so the tools I kept alive I can still use. Arceus Fairy going down is great. I'm not going to be able to use... How do I beat So lame. Kangaskhan's gonna just click Size and Toss versus me too, man. I don't have Earthquake or move on. Pulse claims me one. Assuming I connect, I claim one. Solgaleo definitely dying. I don't mind him Size and Tossing here because like I need damage on you anyway. If I was Fizz Def Scissor, maybe I could do it. Now I want to say. It's not Z Lunala. It was already Z. It could just be Specs. I know it's Flamethrower Solgaleo, but I also know that's gonna do crap because Solgaleo does not have good speed up. 43, that's not bad. Toxic you. Don't go hard Solgaleo, thank you. Because it kind of beats my entire team. Stay in. Perfect. Stay in for one more turn. Let me land this Toxic. Hey, okay, perfect. Like a Scissor is gonna be key to me doing anything in this game. Stupid Flamethrower Solgaleo. I know you're Flamethrower too. I fought you before. As he doubles out to Lunala. But we are Specs. Does Xerneas just win? No, it's extreme speed on Zygarde for sure. But Specs, at least Specs Xerneas actually able to 2-KO Solgaleo. I know it's sub Flamethrower too. Like I 100% knew that was sub Flamethrower. I literally go Scizor here and just spam Roost. And we click Toxic because he's actually sub. If I click Toxic there. Yeah, I had to click Toxic that last time. But he had no reason not to click sub though. He won if he got it off. Didn't he? I'm not Fizz Def Scissor. Like, yeah, he won regardless. That 1,000 errors did way too much. I don't know. I don't think I would have been that regardless, but man, it wasn't extreme speed though. So maybe what I could have done was gone Lunala or gone Arceus Rock on the attack, sacked it, got off Scizor, went for U-turn, and then get in Xerneas and click Moonblast. But that would have been hindsight too. When I saw Devastating Drake, I thought it would be Dragon Dance Extreme Speed 3 attacks. Good game, dude. A lot of L's today, man. A lot of L's. Thank you, man. But I also feel like there was like a lot I couldn't do at points too. Oh well, that's me. I gotta play them better. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of them, like matchup wise, I didn't have much I could do in some of them. But I don't want to use the excuse of matchup because that's just not. No, that's the excuse. Like I don't want to use that. This one would have been so cool if it worked. Oh well, I hope you guys all enjoyed. Of course, if you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Definitely going to think a little bit before I pick the next few teams. I'm gonna test them out. That's what I'll do. And because also it's like certain points, I think the teams were really solid versus certain matches. But like this one in particular. Well, that last game he played was a whole bunch of wild stuff. I knew it was sub Flamethrower, Toxic, Sunsteel Strike, Solgaleo. He has some really cool teams. He has some really cool stuff. And I'm glad it's working for him. I thought it was extreme speed on Zygarde, which is why it changed my play. But now I knew if I played him again, I'd be able to know. But I hope you guys all enjoyed. Catch you guys later. Goodbye, my friends.